Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the GSMC Basketball Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. As always, I'm your host, Temi. Getting into our next segment here, we started the show talking about the Western Conference Finals. We talked about the Eastern Conference Finals previewed for tonight. Now we got to bounce back over. And I don't like doing the back and forth, but this has nothing to do with the Thunder. This has nothing to do with the Thunder as a team, and this definitely has nothing to do with the Timberwolves. I don't even think the Timberwolves want to talk about the Timberwolves today after their last couple of performances. But in this segment, we're going to talk about SGA, a player that's gone from he went from a first round draft pick, was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, gets traded to the Los Angeles Clippers in the draft, and now has gone from underrated Clipper. I'd say that title says it all. He's gone from underrated Clipper to now Western Conference Finals MVP to current who won the regular season MVP this year, and who is now going to his first NBA Finals in his career. This is a series, honestly, 2 seconds. I still didn't see the mess behind me. That's phenomenal. But, yeah, when I say mess behind me, I'm just moving stuff out. You know how it goes. We're moving out. That's how it goes. And we'll discuss that at the end of the show. That was what I was talking about. But I just need to shut that door. When we're talking about SGA's career, we have to give it props where credit is due. This is a guy that we did not expect to be where he is today. This is a guy that's defied all the odds in terms of where he would go, in terms of his ceiling, in terms of his scouting report, everything. His shooting, his precision. We saw flashes of this in LA. If you guys can think back, he had multiple 30, 40-point games, and he was a phenomenal player with the Clippers. It was a big reason why when the Clippers traded for Paul George from the Oklahoma City Thunder, that a lot of fans in LA were like, you're giving him SGA. What? You're giving him SGA for Paul George? Excuse me? A lot of people were like that. I was one of them. I think that was a pretty bad trade. Hold on. Let me pull this up. This is just a thought that just came into my mind. But Paul George, yeah, what's the first trending thing that comes up? Paul George trade to the Clippers. But yeah, when you look at the Clippers, it's crazy to see how this all has turned out. I'm trying to figure out what the trade was. I remember it was a lot of picks. I'm so sorry. Yeah. All right, ready? It was Paul George for SGA, Danilo Gallinari, a 2022 first round pick, 24 first round pick, 26 first, and a 21 first. 2023 first round. Oh, what the? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 first round picks. One of them turned into Jalen Williams as well. So, yeah, when we look at this team, we see a lot of things going on. We see SGA that's turned into an absolute monster on the offensive end for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We look at a guy in Paul George who's definitely plummeted in his career and definitely is nowhere near what he was worth in that deal. I remember saying it was a crazy deal to bring in Paul George for all of those picks, for all of those players. You basically gave the Oklahoma City Thunder not only what they have now, but they still have a future. And this is something that we're going to bring up again. We're not. I'll touch on it quickly. The Thunder have so many first round draft picks this offseason that when we look at SGA today, we see nothing short of. When we look at SGA today, we see nothing short. When you see the Thunder today, we see nothing short of a team that honestly should not be in the position they are right now because of the future, the capital that they still hold. I think they hold 5 first round picks for the next 4 years, each of the next 4 years. Something crazy like that. I don't know exactly what the number is, but I know it's something around that number, which is crazy. The Thunder have an egregious amount of first round picks, and they're going to be around for a while. I don't know how they're going to get away with this. I don't know what they're going to do with them. I don't know if they're going to try and trade for a big name player, get rid of some of that draft capital. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about this segment, we're talking about a guy in SGA that had no business being in the situation he's in now. Was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. Was supposed to go into the real rebuild spot. Gets traded to the Clippers. Learned it was his own team. He had the team of the Clippers for a while, and it wasn't a great team, but it was a stagnant team. It was one of those. Think about the Orlando Magic today. Think about Paulo Banchero right now. That is how you think about the Clippers, and that's how you think about SGA with the Clippers. It was his own. He was a one-man wrecking crew that was doing it all by himself. He does it for a while. Then Kawhi Leonard comes to town, gets shipped out of town to OKC, and for the last 3 years, 4 years now, he's gone from just quiet name in OKC, not really bringing too much heat to him. Has made the playoffs almost every time, I think, since he's been in OKC. Last year, making a big leap. Last year was a massive, massive leap for Shai to be able to climb into the top 10 rankings of the NBA, probably closer to top 7. Bringing his team to the playoffs, ultimately losing to the Mavericks, who made it to the finals, and then this year bouncing right back after a loss like that, being up 2-0. They were up 2-0 against the Mavericks in that series too, bouncing back to now going to the NBA Finals. That's just SJ's career in a nutshell. He's had a wonderful career. He's had a phenomenal career, and he's done everything that he's wanted to. He hit not all of his goals yet. His main goal will be achieved if he wins an NBA championship. But for now, SJ's career is absolutely underrated. But he has so much left to prove, he's so much left in the tank, and he's going to be around for so many years that his resume is just starting right now. Let's say he doesn't win the finals this year. He'll probably be back next year. He's probably going to be back for the next few. He signed a 5-year contract with the team. SGA is going to be with the team for a long time. He's going to be around. He's going to be here, and he's going to continue to play at a high level. But yeah, I mean, that's just plain and simple. And especially if he wins regular season MVP, conference finals MVP, and finals MVP, we have to give him the number 1 player in the league spot. We have to. With that resume, we have to. There's no other choice. I know Nikola Jokic did the same thing, but Jokic didn't win the finals this year. It hasn't won the finals in 2 years. And when he won the finals, we gave him that title. It's only fair that we do the same thing and transfer that crown to SGA. And whether or not this catapults SGA into the top 25, top 30 conversation of all time list, that's another conversation for another day. But I think it might. And I think with his career that's still coming up, I think he can climb all the way into the top 10 if he'd like. I really think so. He could get into, by the end of his career right now, at least, with the way that he's been performing, I think he could overtake Kevin Durant. Why? Because he's brought his own team all the way to the finals by himself. He may have had Jalen Williams, he may have had Chet Holmgren, but these guys are not the guys that you guys. This is not Russell Westbrook and James Harden. This is not Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. This is not Kyrie Irving and James Harden. This is not Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. These are 2 guys, Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren, that have not done what they have not made it all the way to where they said that they're going to go. They haven't made it all the way yet. And SGA has carried this team, and he's going to continue to do so. So, when we take a look at SGA's career, this is the full overview that we get. Not no name, but small name guy that's risen his name all the way into the top 5 players, top 3 at least right now in today's game. But yeah, we have a few more minutes in this segment, If we want to talk about it, we can talk about it quickly. I think, yeah, let's go back to that conversation I was talking about with the draft capital that the Thunder hold. I think the amount of capital that the Thunder hold right now, not only is it deadly, but it means that they're going to try and go after a big name player. And the biggest two, there's two of them right now in the market. But I think there's one that would really fit with the Thunder, at least right now. And his name's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo is one of the great young talents of the NBA right now. He is 30 years of age, and he's getting up there with age. We know after 32, you kind of start falling down the ravine that Max Kellerman likes to call it. That's just a name that it's not a Brady cliff, but start falling down the downward slope after your prime. For most people, not everybody, for most people, that's how it goes. When we look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, I think it would fit with the Thunder very well. It would give the Thunder another big man opportunity, give them another big man to work with, he would just be another phenomenal offensive talent to couple with SGA. So I think it would all work out if that's what the Thunder decided to do. But they definitely have enough pieces to go after another big name talent in this year's free agency market. But I'm gonna leave it on that note. I'm gonna take a short break. Coming up next, we're gonna switch gears over to the Los Angeles Lakers, talk about their free agency, talk about their offseason, and yeah. You're watching GSMC Basketball Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Don't go anywhere.